making this video because I've literally spoken to over 1,000 solar power business owners in Australia over the last 6 years. And there's three things that I've noticed that separates the ones who scale and the ones who don't scale. And these three things just keep repeating over and over and over again. According to the Australia Bureau of Statistics, 97% of businesses in Australia are small, so under 20 staff. And these three things, when I'm about to explain, is exactly why if you own a solar power business in Australia, you will never be able to grow unless these things change. So the first thing is building the right team. Hire slow, fire fast was a quote that was invented by the business review team at Harvard. And what that essentially means is focus on getting good people to the best of your ability. But if people aren't performing and aren't doing what they say, get rid of them and focus on hiring new staff and holding them to account. If a staff member doesn't have a clear vision of exactly what's expected of them and the targets they have to meet, then it always invites problems, poor performance, and essentially your profit suffers. I know it's one of the hardest things to do, but if a business director isn't constantly advertising and trying to build that team up, I mean, look what Richard Branson says. Your business is only as good as the people who run it. So that's the first thing. Hire slow, fire fast, and focus on building your team. The second thing is creating content. Now, 99% of solar power businesses in Australia don't create content. They focus on getting jobs done. And that is working in your business. If you're going to do that, you might as well go and get a job. And we know that ain't going to happen because the reason you built a business in the first place was probably because you don't like being told what to do. So now you've committed to building this solar power company. Ask yourself, how much time this week or last week have you spent on hiring staff, holding them to account, and creating content as the face of the business, building trust within your regional area? If you can do those two particular things, then you're miles ahead of your competition. And it's not about pitch, 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 pitch. People don't want to hear that shit. There's so many people in your regional area who want to save money on electricity bill. And very few people are communicating with them. And you've got all of this knowledge in your mind of what a lot of people want to know, and nobody communicates it. Very few people communicate. You leave it up to those homeowners to actually try and find out itself. They end up getting in touch with Finn Peacock from Solar Quotes, and then he sells the lead back to you. And then you're competing against two other competitors. It's just pure madness. If you get your phone out once a day, start a YouTube channel and just create shorts, 30 seconds to 1 minute, and just explain a problem, introduce yourself, explain a problem, explain a solution, and provide a call to action. Very, very simple. If you just do that 2-3 times a week, you'll be so much further ahead than your competitors. And it'll get to the stage where you have leads coming in organically and you don't have the manpower to actually install all the jobs. So that's the first two. The third thing is actually having a system for everyone to work from. A lot of people try and get CRMs, they go to Zoho and Pipedrive. Then they try and plug in Pylon or Nearmaps. Then they need Zapier for everything to talk to each other. Then they need Panda Docs because they want to do contracts. All of this stuff can all be done inside high level, communicating with Pylon. And that's all you need. You don't need anything else. Being in solo over the last 16 years, I understand every single step from getting a lead, receiving a deposit, doing an on-site assessment, processing the Grid Connect application, checking stock, organizing an electrician to go out, pre-start assessment, testing commissioning form, and a customer sign-off. Every single stage, and that's why I built a pipeline that covers all 15 stages from generating a lead all the way through to signing off a customer and then putting your selected customers, the ones who had a really good experience, into automation that sends a review request and a referral link so you can get more referrals. In addition, you also get a report every single month. If you want to learn more about that, click on the link at the top of my description. But if you really are serious about growing your solar power business so you don't own a job and you're not working in the business every day, but 99% of solar power business seem to do, those are the three disciplines that you need to focus on in order to achieve your dreams. Click the link in the description and learn more about JobTrakka, the solar power business suite.